And then we have this sort of weird spam here for like no reason. This gameplay is so jank. Like we've got micro clicks here. That's a 1 frame on 240. That's another 1 frame on 240. There's like 3 240Hz frame perfects in a row. And then we got that as well. Hello, it's NINJADAN. Today we're going to be botting a challenge level that I made. That is probably a physically impossible challenge, but we're gonna go bot it, make a showcase of it anyway, because that's gonna be fun. And it's called Ardernix Wave. And something I made like a while ago. And the name is based off Jacinda Ardern, which is a New Zealand politician. I made sort of like a series of these. I've got Ardernix Wave, Trust Travel, and Trump Trouble so far. And there's probably more coming on the horizon, but this is the first one that I'm going to bot today. We're going to start with 0.3x speed, but I don't think we're going to be on 0.3x speed for long, because this thing is pretty impossible. Oh, okay, this might just be physically impossible straight off the bat. Right, I remember it was possible on 60, because I built this on 60, I'm pretty sure, so... Boom, look at that, I can pass that section on 60, so guess I'm going to be botting this on 60. So we're going to start off at 0.3x speed, and then we're going to see how things go from there, because I've got a feeling that this thing is going to become nigh impossible very quickly. Yeah, I straight up don't think this first gap is possible. Alright, so be it. We're going to have to no-clip this first part. Oh my. Yeah, this isn't gonna be like fun at all. Come on, give me that gap. There you go, I got one part of the gap. There we go. There's no way. I'm gonna try 0.1, and then if I can't do this like properly on 0.1, I'm straight up going to use frame advance and the stuff, because this is a... Well, at this stage it's physically impossible, but I reckon if I got rid of those physically impossible parts, it is probably possible for a human to do. Okay, I'm not sure why that portal is there, because it doesn't do like nothing. Okay, we're going good on 0.1x speed, so that's okay. Also, the other funny thing about this layout, it was called Ardernix Wave because it's Ardern sounds similar to Avernus, and I was trying to mimic the Avernus wave back when Avernus was still being verified, and I wanted to sort of make my own Avernus wave challenge, and so I made this, and then I called it Ardernix Wave, and then that's sort of how this whole trend thing started, with me making levels based off the names of political people. Even though the name is based off a political person, it's got nothing to do with anything to do with politics. It's just a funny name. Yeah, that portal doesn't even work either. There's like no purpose to that portal. Oh, and look at that face. We're gonna have to go through there. This will be fun. It's like the first properly challenging part of the level. I don't know why, but for some reason this actually feels a lot more fair now. This feels a lot more fair than the beginning, even though it's like probably the most insane part of the level so far. Like, this feels like how it feels when I bought VSC. Then again, I am on 0.1x speed, not 0.3x speed, which I botted VSC on 0.3x speed. This transition is going to be physically impossible, isn't it? Technically, I know that all of this is possible because, believe it or not, this challenge is actually verified. This was built on 90Hz, and there are two different modes. There's high detail mode and low detail mode, and I think it's low detail mode, and basically makes it an auto. And I verified the auto, so therefore, this is technically physically possible if you were playing this on 90Hz, however I'm playing it on 240, which makes a difference. Because now there's more frames, and therefore there are more frames to hit into random hitboxes. No. And I was so close too. It's like a portal click. It's so bad. So bad. And that portal click only gives you like a frame window as well. Man, ain't nobody gonna be playing this level. Oh shoot, I deleted that checkpoint. Now I'm all the way back here again. Nice. I'm very tempted to put on the frame advance and the show trajectory, but I know I can do this on 0.1x. It's just going to be hell. And it'd be good to experience this properly rather than just putting on the tools that basically assure you to have a good botting experience. Yeah, okay, whatever. Just for this little section, I'm going to turn on frame stepper and show trajectory. Also, I've been getting real good with show trajectory because I realize that there's like a big waiting time. Something I noticed with especially hacker mode is that you have to hold down for all the times that you die and stuff like that, and it takes forever. But the great thing is that in Mega Hack I can just press the tab button and then not press the tab button and it brings me back here. It's great. Oh, okay, so it was impossible anyway, even if you make that click. Okay, good to know. I'll just turn it to no clip and then I'll just go downwards. Now let's do these impossible saw clicks. Actually, I may as well have hitboxes on. I can't believe I wasn't playing with hitboxes on this entire time. It's gonna make things way easier. What is this structuring, by the way? This structuring is something. Because I built this in the era where I was like just starting to learn how to properly structure stuff. So that's why this structuring looks so off compared to all my modern stuff. I was like only starting to learn how to structure. And I mean, like parts like this look sort of okay. This is actually very fun to play, just to get into those little gaps like that in the mini wave. What? I have to get through there? So it's one of those ridiculously tight maximum slope gaps, plus there's a spike on there. Okay, so I have to click like immediately after I spawn in to just scrape in there. Some of these gaps, even on like 0.1x speed, are still like ridiculous. Okay, here's some more very, very jank structuring. The jankness is really accelerating here. Oh, never mind. Turns out this gap is physically impossible anyway. Nice. This seems to be the case so often. Now we have this ridiculous click, and please say I'm at least a little bit nice to pro players. I put D-blocks there. Yes, good. Oh, is that Deadlocked? I think we got Deadlocked but ultra buffed. If I go any further, I just won't be able to do anything in the mini wave. Oh no, I can. I can only just scrape in. We're gonna have to pull out the frame advance and the show trajectory again, because that's how this is probably gonna end up playing. Oh yeah, look at that. That is the full-on Deadlocked wave. And you've actually got a few more frames than you think. There's 1 frame, 2 frames on 240 to do this. So this is probably like one of the easier sections of the level, and it's like maximum on-grid tight wave gap with slope. Boom. Oh man, it's an impossible gap. Oh, this section is actually very interesting structurally, and it's surprisingly like one of the easier parts of the level too. And the structuring makes it look like it's pretty much impossible. And then we've got some, you know, typical mini wave, low CPS spam. Why is that gap so hard? That's like a 2 frame. It's like a 2 frame on 240. Aha, here's the part I was looking forward to. This is the one of the few parts that actually has good structuring. And I think this was like the first bit of structuring ever that I was actually proud with. In fact, I'm still sort of proud of it today. Also, these gaps are not as bad as I thought that they were going to be. There's just that one gap at the start that had those little spikes in there. Oh, okay, we've got another one of these. D-blocks. No D-blocks. Is this the end? No way. What? This is clearly something. Yeah, there we go. Woo, Ardernix Wave, GG to Zxdfsda Ardern. And that's my level. My extreme challenge level. Okay. I have to say, even if this was bug fixed, this is a level that is impossible for humans. I mean, these first gaps already, I can see a lot of people dying to. This section here is definitely a lot more possible than anything else, but then we have this. That's like a 2-frame on 240. And then we have this sort of weird spam here for like no reason. This gameplay is so jank. And then here we got like the most normal but also the most impossible section of the level. Like the actual gameplay here is like so reminiscent of VSC. It's like VSC but it feels 4x speed. And then we got this, which there should not be microclicks here. Why I added in microclicks? I don't know, it's poor botting I guess. And then that's a 2-frame. And then there are too many microclicks in here too. Because I wasn't, I guess, spamming correctly. Okay, now here's the hardest section of the level. Like we've got microclicks here. That's a 1-frame on 240. That's another 1-frame on 240. There's like 3 240Hz frame perfects in a row. And then we got that as well, which could be physically possible. And that's another 240Hz frame perfect. So we've got like 5 of them. And then we got like the one chill section, which isn't even chill. And then that's a 2-frame. Yeah, and then it's mostly sort of chill from here on out compared to all those other freaky sections. Apart from, of course, this gap right here, which is another 240Hz frame perfect. Like, if a person was to make this into a challenge, I can imagine, like a challengeless challenge, I can imagine them just taking this part, and then just maybe doing that 2x, and then that would probably be the most sane way to play this level. And yeah, then end screen. So that was my insanely stupid, hard challenge thing that I made called Ardernix Wave. It was very scary. But I can't imagine someone actually playing this as a level. So yeah, that's Ardernix Wave.